Welcome to SRB TV. Come on now!
We are here.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of SRB TV. I am Kristen.
I am Christopher.
And on this episode, we are taking a look at WandaVision Season 1, Episode 5.
Oh, shit. Sorry, that was my fault.
I swear to fucking God, man. Oh, I remember it. And now for a special episode.
Yes, that's what it was called.
Yes. So previously on WandaVision, we actually got a little glimpse at the blip, pretty much, with Monica coming back, only to find out that not only she's been gone for 5 years, but her mother died 3 years prior.
Yeah.
Her mother passed, which is the original Rambeau from Captain Marvel, Photon.
Exactly.
We did find out her mother started up SWORD, which is the government's version of like Men in Black, or Marvel equivalent version of Men in Black. Pretty much, they investigate and tackle extraterrestrial style activity.
Yeah.
Because of her being a survivor of her being one of the blip people, pretty much. Apparently her mother put it in the official rules for SWORD that anybody who's gone through an event level like that is to be grounded for a remainder of time. So she's sent over to Westview to investigate a case of something that our own friend Agent Wu from the FBI is investigating. And so that's where our story begins.
Yeah, he started investigating missing persons. That's what it was. And one of his missing people pretty much somehow up and disappeared. And things, yeah.
So pretty much in investigating it, Monica gets sucked into the whatever it is, and we pretty much get the other side of things while quote unquote WandaVision is happening. So we are reintroduced to Darcy. Her name is Darcy. Sorry, I watched Angry Joe's review and they don't remember her name, and I'm like, how difficult is it to remember the name Darcy? Her name is Darcy. How many people you know named Darcy? Anyways, so Darcy is now it's Dr. Darcy now, as she finally got her astrophysics degree, and is the one who discovers that whatever signal this weird reality bubble is using over Westview can be linked to old-timey tube TVs to see what the hell is going on inside, which is the sitcom world stuff. Exactly. And so they start piecing together the people showing up on the show, if they're members of the town. They start investigating the two primary sources being Wanda and Vision. They're also investigating everything. One thing we totally missed is them questioning the hexagonal shape.
Oh yes,
because
Wu pretty much put it on the wall about like what is the hexagonal mean. And a lot of people said,
because obviously you and me have played enough Avengers to know that the hexagonal shape is in the Marvel universe is very, very much tied to AIM, aka the Advanced Idea Mechanics group. So this could have something to do with them as well.
That is a possibility.
But aside from all that, one of the key new things we do get is to see what happened at the end of the 70s sitcom episode, all the way back in episode 3, between Monica and Wanda, in which she pretty much booted her out, literally tossed her ass out for abilities, fixed a hole, and then when Vision came back in,
she broke her through 4 walls. So she really broke her through the 4th wall.
Positive. I think you're probably the only person on the internet who got that.
No. I've seen it. Somebody brought it up pretty much where they're like, they counted 1, 2, 3, 4. They're like, she broke the 4th wall.
So while Monica's back on the other side of the bubble, Wanda, when Vision comes back, since he's a quick glimpse of him after he was killed at the end of the events of Infinity War. And she blinked out of it. Now, of course, our theories have been that it's more than likely, yes, she's controlling this and for that brief second, she remembered she remembered what was going on, and then put herself back into her own what she already
Yeah, another
tasked.
theory I have is that maybe somebody's using, because remember how she's able to put something. You remember when we first are ever introduced to Wanda, what she does to the
Yes.
Avengers? It feels like whoever she's gonna deal with, or whoever, whatever's going on, they're using her power against her, and she's like, in a way, she's trying to protect whatever's there.
Yeah. Yeah. So lately on social media, it's been really, really difficult. I messaged you. It's been like late Mando season 2 game here, well, online with everybody talking about episode 5, like
Yeah,
just something big. And so
something
like
massive just arrived.
I think episode 4 got a lot of non-believers into the show now because of like finally explaining what's going on the other side of things. And I feel like episode 5 onward, because I now confirmed like 2 days ago, is a 9-episode series,
Yeah,
as far as we know.
And it's confirmed that this is our mid-season.
So technically
whatever
our
big
mid-season
surprise.
finale.
Yeah.
And maybe a possible glimpse at to, what's to
Please.
come,
Yeah.
who's behind all of this. So enough talking, because I've been waiting so long to watch this episode.
I know,
and it's only technically been, we're recording this the same day it's come out, but it's like 9 p.m. So it's like everyone and their mother on Twitter already is talking about this episode. So yeah. So
enough said. Let's watch this. This is for WandaVision season 1, episode 5, on a very special episode. So here we.
Come on now, darling. You know we love them both equally.
Well, don't tell him that.
It's hard to believe this is over a $220 million budget of a show.
It's almost like we're on a date.
Now, I know parents aren't supposed to take shortcuts, but I think this situation calls for one. Don't you?
As long as it's not Umbrella Academy shortcut.
I know, right?
Go to sleep, my babies.
It doesn't affect them because they're your offspring.
Go to sleep.
On a sleep strike.
Oh, who told you that?
My ears. Anyway, Auntie Agnes is here, and I've got a couple of tricks up my sleeve.
Oh, Miss, you're a little
Catherine Hahn is finally starting to look like Catherine Hahn in most of her films.
Actually, you know what?
Do you want me to take that again?
Oh.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry?
You want me to hold the babies? Should
Went
we
off
just take it from
script.
the top?
I think they know, because that's the one thing I was curious about. How did nobody know Geraldine got chucked? Are they that scared? Because the last people to be near their babies got chucked out of 4 walls.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just looking for your dark liquor.
What?
Not for me, for the twins. What kind of babysitter do you think I am? I'm just gonna go and check in.
Yeah,
there.
Vision is realizing that
The
too.
boys haven't slept in days. You and I both need a break, and Agnes is just being neighborly. That's all.
Kids. Can't control them. No matter how hard you try.
Shouldn't you be weirded out by this a bit more? Just a tiny bit more. They're what? 4 years old now? 4 to 5 years old? Yeah, that's like a 4-year-old.
Oh, that was too funny.
It has to be Family Ties. Or Growing Pains. One of those two. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember off the top of my head. Because this is reminding me of like Family Ties, Growing Pains, Full House.
Yeah.
There was one I remember that did the whole them showing growing up in the family porch. God damn, it's gonna kick my ass later. I gotta look the app later.
All right.
Have an alias?
No, sir.
No funny nickname?
Not a one.
And earliest tracking had her using her powers.
That's right, Chris. They never gave her
Right.
the handle Scarlet Witch.
Lagos and Germany.
Yeah, they never gave her the handle Scarlet Witch. But that's who she is.
Hostage.
And it could have been thousands more if she hadn't put up her own quarantine.
She's starting to put
Listen,
two and two
I
together.
don't believe this is a premeditated act of aggression.
You don't.
I think she wanted a family.
Bring up the visual.
Look at her background. Any profiler tell you,
This
look at her
morning, I received
background.
authorization to share this highly sensitive
She's
material
lost her
with
family.
headquarters
Section 36B of the Sokovia Accords.
and the Vision's own living will.
He didn't want to be anybody's weapon.
Maximoff, in her grief, disregarded his wishes.
Okay, yeah, she violated the Sokovia Accord. But
She's not using him as a weapon.
Do it. Bring him back.
No,
without the
she's
mind
using him
I don't know.
to relive what she's always wanted, a family.
Vibranium synthesoid
Yeah.
playing
Because
father
Ultron
and
took her
death.
brother away, and Thanos
Happens when he learns the
took
truth.
away her other member of family. She doesn't consider the Avengers her family. She considers.
Who's this?
We're not quite sure, actually. Why so formal, honey?
Oh, it's just precaution, really. I had a hunch someone might pop over
Hi, kiddos.
with exactly
See,
the item we
he's catching on.
He's catching
He's
on. to
catching
these little
on.
things.
So, Spock, your dog, Daddy?
Boys, your
Yeah,
father and I don't
He's
think we're
treading.
ready to
He's
properly
treading.
care for an animal
because
until
he
we're at
knows.
least-
He's dipping his toes into
Because
the
he
water.
knows she can easily reset him.
Yeah.
I mean, she's wielding an insane amount of power.
far exceeding anything she's displayed in the past.
Yeah, she's very
She would have
powerful.
taken out Thanos on her own if he hadn't initiated a blitz. I mean, nobody else came close.
That's the writers adding in that fact that Scarlet could have
Yeah.
easily whooped Thanos' ass.
He mentioned
are
something
not
about Captain
talking
Marvel.
war, We are talking about.
Creepers, creepers.
Oh no, they're real, all right.
Material.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Are they bulletproof?
Whoa!
What the hell? Yeah. They bounced right off.
Reality.
Permanently?
If she can change things as they go into the hex,
That, you called it the hex.
what happens if we send something in that requires no change?
Oh,
Something from the 80s in this case.
that's from that time period.
Yeah.
So you're telling me this is a typewriter, a Rolodex, and a calendar all in one? What else can it do? Find me a wife?
Yes. Give it about
So how long have you
30,
been watching
20
Wanda
years.
Vision? It's like you speak
20,
in
25
language.
years.
Secret communique. Authenticate. Dr. Darcy Lewis findings regarding Maximus.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Present perimeter. Effect on Westview residents unknown. Please advise.
They found a way to sneak in a message to Vision.
Well, come on, pal. What are we gonna write back? You're the office funny guy.
That was weird.
He was able
That
to.
was-
It's a joke. My own.
Shit.
It hurts. It hurts so much. Just make her stop. Just make her stop.
Okay.
Now tell me this.
Okay.
If I send an email,
So he can reverse it. She's in my head.
She's in my head. He's getting closer.
He's getting closer to figuring it out. Fucking name sounds familiar. I didn't even get a chance to look it up. The dog. Oh, is it? Oh, it's her. No, that's her. Holy shit. Oh shit.
Oh, I am an ally. I want to help you.
How? What could you possibly have to offer me?
what do you want?
I have what I want. And no one will ever take it from me again.
God damn. It goes back to my original theory. It's going to be Vision that makes her realize. You do realize what you're doing is kind of fucked up, right?
What is she doing?
Probably reinforcing it.
Husbands can use it too, you know. Lagos. For when you make a mess, you didn't mean to.
I gotta look that up. You make a mess you didn't need to. When you make a mess, you didn't need to. Why does
You
that
didn't
sound?
mean to.
Hey, what's the trouble?
I didn't want to come until I had wrapped him up.
Oh, fuck off the show. 0 out of 10 stars. Worst episode ever. They killed a dog.
I didn't find him until it was too late.
Fix the dead. No, he said fix the dead.
I know what Chris, I know what they said.
I am trying to tell you that there are rules in life. Okay? We can't.
Coming from the lady breaking rules right now. Yeah. Nah.
And
Can't I?
Oh shit.
I'm going to bed.
No.
The credits are playing too.
What is the Maximoff anomaly?
The what?
I have to believe that this
Maximoff anomaly.
was subconscious at first.
Is for us. So let me handle it.
What is outside of Westview?
You don't want to know, I promise you.
You don't get to make that choice for me, Wanda.
Yeah.
You've never talked to me like this before.
Because you're harming people.
For what? I can't remember my life before Westview. I don't know who I am. I'm scared. Oh, Wanda. What you're doing here
Wait.
is wrong.
What if she's an illusion as well?
Hey, who's showing up?
What if she's an illusion as well? Because the way she's talking is talking like she really doesn't have no idea what's going on. Fuck you. Fuck you, it's Quicksilver, isn't it? It's fucking Quicksilver. It's fucking Aaron Taylor Johnson. I was fucking right.
Who is this?
It is!
No.
Is it?
Oh.
What? It's Evan Peters! It's Evan Peters!
Long lost bro, get to squeeze his stinking sister to death or what?
It's Evan Peters! Holy shit!
Is that Pietro?
What the fuck? Oh, okay, I got a really good theory about why it's Evan Peters. We'll wait till after, but I got a really good theory.
Who's a popsicle?
Okay, so that was WandaVision season 1 episode 5. Now a special episode. Okay, so here's the thing. What's the one thing sitcoms love to do on sweeps? They love to have special guests. And sitcoms, it's always like a relative you never see except for that one episode or second
character
episode.
or special
So
actor coming
here's
in.
my theory. It is Pietro, but instead they decided to get meta within the meta and decided to have him be a special guest being played by a completely different actor. Like, look, unless you've heard reports that Aaron Taylor Johnson would never want to come back to the role, I mean, like Evan Peters, it's okay because I already know why it's Evan Peters. In the reality, I know why it's Evan Peters because the Fox deal. This is one of the signs of the Fox deal, of Fox owning Disney owning Fox now, pretty much. This is the first sign of that. This is the first real sign of that. So roll with me on this. I'm saying he's not taking Aaron Tyler Johnson's place. I'm saying he's taking Aaron Tyler Johnson's place in the sitcom reality.
No, I think it's something else.
You think it's something else?
I think it's something. I think it's something to where it's like the power is becoming so beyond. It's pulling somebody else from a different multiverse.
That's right. No, that's even better. But my point's still our points kind of meld together in a way. You know, it's not who we think it is. Instead, it's somebody different.
That's why if you look at Darcy, she's like, that's not Pietro. You know,
yes.
Like,
so this is how it ties into the This is how it ties in to the Doctor Strange film, because that's how much power she's using. Is that she's grabbing people from other realities. So in our case, the reality we've been wanting them to fucking use for fucking ever now, the X-Men universe, the Fox X-Men universe.
That's where she's pulling it from. She's pulling it from, but she doesn't realize she's pulling
and
it
to
from
think And to think, if this is the first part, guess what's the second part? It's going to be the third Spider-Man film. Because apparently I even read they have not told Tom Holland if it's either Tom Garfield or Tobey Maguire. They have kept them on. Now, to be fair, Tom Holland sucks at keeping to himself on secrets. But like, that's what it is. This is the sign. It's what you just said is the first sign of what we're probably going to experience in this Doctor Strange sequel.
Now, what was your you said about how this is actually her, but then the person we saw?
Okay, so here's what I do know. Here's what we do know. There are seriously times where she realizes something's off and she'll kick some out, like Monica, and like she wasn't completely aware what was going on with the helicopter or with the blood or with the radio or with when the lady in the black and white was like freaking out, you know, in those small moments. She didn't know what was going on. But in other times, you can clearly see like she's pushing him out, or she did with Monica. What if she's an illusion that the actual Wanda created? What if this is all illusion and she's like the core, like she's like the core, and in that core is what she's doing to manipulate everything. So this version of Wanda we're seeing is in a sense, and tying into Doctor Strange, is kind of her own astral projection of sorts, her own unique astral projection of sorts, where she's getting to live this life wherever she wants. So so when the 80s drone came in, she stepped out of that core.
She stepped back,
warned all of them to stay out, and then reinforced the shield around Westfield.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Westfield or Westview? I got confused.
It's Westview.
It's Westview. Okay, because they were saying Westfield. Anyway,
no,
sorry, get off track. But yeah, I think that's my theory. Is that she's at the core of this, and she's creating all of this. Even the WandaVision's arguing with in this episode. So guess what she does in order to get Vision off this? She brings in a special guest in a cliffhanger for a sitcom episode.
Yeah.
So that's, I think,
Vision is starting to have the realization of this. He's coming, he's starting to catch on to a lot of this stuff. So it's like she's got to throw him off again.
She's not an idiot. The one that he's arguing with is not an idiot. She's just not aware of what the real Wanda is doing. Because of course we already know real Wanda is still grieving. It's this, we already know now. This takes place, it sounds like about 9, because this is apparently a few weeks later, but so let me see, 9 days. So, and we're told 9 days ago from this point, she broke into Sword headquarters and stole Vision's remains. We do know that.
I still think I still think that part was her, not like somebody took over her mind and told her to go to the Sword. No, I think that was her. She wanted, and then, like I said, it's just when she got to the town, and all of a sudden, all this started to happen. This also opens up, if you look at it, questions about Agnes, because now her character is getting a little bit more mysterious.
Yeah, because like she was not at all. She broke character to ask if she could redo the line. They didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. Then she was not phased when the boys turned 5 years old. So I don't know.
The question is, who is Agnes? Because if you look back at the last episode, everybody had like identification except her. They couldn't find any. Looks like they couldn't find anything on her, very much. So, question is, who is she? Is she the one kind of manipulating her, or kind of like who talked her into this?
Yeah.
That's the question.
So then there was a couple of funny meta moments, like the jab at the fact she doesn't have, like, Wanda never got a code name, but we already know she's Scarlet Witch. And then the part where they brought up how like she could have easily like kicked. Okay, so if you're wondering, if you want to go back and read the line, I remember the timestamp. It's like around 7:20. So if you want to go back 17:20. So if you want to go back and see what they were saying about Captain Marvel, it was around 17:20. Yeah. But they brought in the meta joke as well, because a lot of people were saying that if Wanda could have easily, with her own just her abilities alone, could have wiped out Thanos in a blink of an eye, you know. But because of the whole battlefield situation, that's where it couldn't exactly happen. Yeah, it was around 1720 is when like the line was said.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, I'll pause so you can listen to the line.
That's what I'm trying to.
It was around 1720, I remember.
Oh no, she's just saying how Captain Marvel came close as well to beating.
Okay, so it was okay, so not too much, but Jesus Christ, no wonder people have been talking about this ending, because this is another good episode. I think this is what it's going to be like from here on in. So it's going to be a mix. Now it's officially going to be a mix of the sitcom and the outside the bubble. Oh, the hex, according to Darcy, which is probably where they're eventually going to give her the name Scarlet Witch. Still an explanation on a hexagon, like I said, the AIM theory. Okay, but god damn it, it was growing pains. I'm remembering now when they're showing them growing up and shows support. That was growing pains. Now I remember.
I'm also very like suspicious, even to the director, the way he's been treating this whole thing. I don't know. It just feels like something. I'm not saying something's off, but it's just like, it's like the way he's treating this and things like that. They're not looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah, growing pains was 85. Okay, so
but that's that's another person I'm kind of sus about too, is the director. Because like
Hayward was his name. I feel like I've heard that name when they talk about news about Marvel.
Hayward. No, I couldn't find anything on Hayward from Marvel.
Nah, yeah, it's just the stuff on. Yeah,
but I just feel like he's very sus, because even like you said, it's like look at her profile, look at her, like get an FBI profiler, and they could say this like this is something off with her, like there's something more. It's like, but they're treating it more as she's a terrorist, or she's like something bigger against this, So
okay,
I'm still very sus about him.
So the commercial Largo, that word's been used before in the MCU.
Is it Largo or Lego?
Largo. It's Largo. It's not Lago. It's Largo. Because to be fair, the logo kind of looked like Eggo waffle logo for me for a sec. But no, it was Largo. So I'm assuming that's a location that we completely forgot about from the MCU.
No, it's Lagos.
Lagos. Okay, it's Lagos. So is it pertaining to anything specific?
I don't know. I think it's just kind of referring to what's going on now. Because remember what they said about the whole, what was that tagline again about the cleaning up, after your mess or something like that?
I'm trying to remember what that pertains to. Cleaning up your mess. I guess dealing with the outside interference from SWORD could be a clue. Like cleaning up your mess. Okay,
Lagos, Nigeria. Remember when she attempted to try to save? Remember with the explosion with Captain America? And they put the pin on Wanda, even though she was trying to protect. Remember it happened inside the building where there were people there?
Yeah.
That's Lagos, Nigeria.
Was that Winter Soldier?
Civil War.
That was Civil War. So wait.
Remember the scene? Remember?
Oh, that's right.
The scene when they were going after Bones.
Sorry, Crossbones. And yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I saw Civil War. So thank you.
Remember what the slogan said? For when you make a mess, you didn't mean to.
Yeah, that's right. She was a part of that. God damn it. That fucking. It's okay. I put it in pro wrestling terms because I feel like there's a more recent thing that happened recently. It's the equivalent of Kenta showing up at the end of this past Wednesday's Beach Break event from AEW. It's like the implications of Kenta showing up. And in this case, Evan Peters showing up at the end as Quicksilver opens the door for like so many things.
And I even liked how they try to twist it, thinking, oh, she's using him. Remember what his actual living will was. but he didn't want to be used as like a gun.
But the thing is,
You
he
know?
hasn't been used as a weapon.
No, and they're trying to flip that. You know,
And
that's why,
Monica,
like they're
and
trying to
Monica's
flip that.
and Monica's realizing that too. And even if you look at they literally tell you in this episode why she's doing this. She lost her family because of what happened in Sokovia. She lost her brother because of Ultron. She lost Vision because of what Thanos did to him. You know, she's trying to have a family again. She is so desperate for a family. She has used Westview to create her own reality using stuff she grew up with. Because let's be honest, our escape is television. So for her, while she was growing up in Sokovia, her escape was these sitcoms, these outdated sitcoms and stuff that took her away. Bert took them away from the chaos going on in Sokovia during those harsh times. So that's what it is. She's just trying to create a reality that she control, but she can have the happy ending she wants, the family she needs.
I rewatched that scene, and it's like when they mentioned Captain Marvel, something must have happened because Monica just doesn't like, something must have happened to them because it's like she didn't want to hear that. Like,
well, we already you can piece that together yourself on why, because like she left after the events of the first movie. She just left. Again,
we don't know because in the last episode, when I was rewatching the episode, I watched it with the subtitles, and there's some lines they have in there where it's not from Captain Marvel. It sounds like it's from another time, you know, when she comes back. So it sounds like they had some type of, like, something must have happened to for them to split ways, whether it is, like you said, she never came back or something else.
Remember, at the end of Captain Marvel, she had Fury's beeper and she left. She didn't come back until like fucking the end of Infinity War with the beeper. Because remember, at the end of Infinity War, Fury turned on the beeper.
We don't know.
No, wait, no. Sorry. My bad. I'm thinking Infinity War. Shit. There was another movie they did that after credits scene in. It wasn't Infinity War. Infinity War was him activating the beeper message.
Mm-hmm.
What was the shit? Which MCU film was the after credits scene where she shows up because of the beeper? No, it was Captain Marvel. That's the after credits scene for Captain Marvel where she shows back up and asks where Fury is. Because I think that's the first time she's been back to Earth since leaving in the 90s. Because remember, she went off to go take care of the Kree for what they did to her.
Yeah.
But I think she holds resentment because she wasn't there, like when her mom needed her the most, especially when she got ill.
Yeah.
And then by the time she came back, by the time the blip started, the blip happened, she was gone. I mean, and then that's just extra resentment towards Carol for leaving. So that's what it is. Her heart's broken because of what happened. And I think that's going to probably be touched more in the Captain Marvel sequel.
That's a possibility too. You know, it's like what happens there and stuff like that. But it's like I said, there's certain like people that are starting to become more sus. You know, it's like they're starting to become on my radar specifically. You know, of course, versus Agnes. Because even if it felt like Agnes, that when they had them in the bushes, it looked like she was sounded like she was intentionally killing the dog right then and there, and then got up going, "Hey," you know, like that's what it really felt like.
My God, they had to show a dead dog,
you know, and then of course the way how aggressive the director was, you know, it's like remember they made Sword to be like more peaceful, or at least trying to have like, you know, more peaceful interactions, but he's being like aggressive, like. We need to kill her. You know, it's like we got the weapons like on this drone. So it's like those are two characters right now that are on my radar that I'm watching really closely.
That's another good theory because you know what happened when the drone showed up. The real Wanda showed up, destroyed the drone, and then walked outside the bubble. Then that whole scene took place, and then that's where it just continued from there. When she went back in the bubble and hit play.
Yeah.
You know, on it again to where they're looking for the dog.
Yeah.
Poor Sparky though.
Yeah, and you were right too about the whole family ties, pretty much, because I see the original opening.
Family ties, growing pains.
No, what I'm saying is the original opening, the whole painting, that is directly from
when they show the pictures
Family
of them
Ties.
growing up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so I was originally right.
from
Okay, so Family Ties.
That's what it's from.
Family Ties. So we're in, that was 80s. So 90s, I'm gonna say Full House. No, wait, Full House was 80s as well. Huh. Who knows? I mean, at this point, it could be any 90s sitcom. I mean, that's the era of sitcoms we grew up on. So 90s family sitcoms.
But this is opening up a lot, and especially the ending scene where it's like you said, it really feels like, like the Wanda we're watching on TV. It really feels like that's like, I don't know, it feels like more of like the innocent who's in that mode in there, and she doesn't really realize what's going on, and because I really like the fact how Vision is now becoming aware of everything. He's just like, what's going on, Wanda? What's happening? Why are you doing this?
Yeah. So I'm looking at some 90s sitcoms. They may just, even though it premiered in the late 80s, it may go with the Full House route or possibly the Family Matters route. 'Cause Family Matters was 89. So they may go to Family Matters route the next episode for the 90s sitcom. Because they already like I said, showrunners already confirmed that we will see like modern day sitcoms. Like they'll go into The Office, Modern Family style.
Yeah. And I even like how Vision brought up the most perfect part, because I'm sitting here going, I just now noticed, I'm like, where are the kids? Where are all, like the for the neighborhoods, like where are the kids? There's a park there. Where are the kids?
That's the other thing too. They never confirmed whether it was Darcy that really sent that message to Vision.
We don't know. We don't know who sent it,
or is it the fact that it's 80s technology picking up the signal from the outside?
I think that's
like how they're using 80s drones to go in.
I'm thinking the 80s somehow technology is connecting to their stuff, and I think he picked up on it. The computer picked up on one of their messages, and
that's where Vision knows.
And now knows.
Now you notice too, she didn't wipe Vision's memory. He's still fully aware of what's going on, and he knows something is seriously up.
And I think it's like what you said though. It's like, I think she doesn't want to believe it, and she's like always trying to like do something about it. And I think, like I said, with that distraction, with her going outside, I think that distraction kind of threw her off a bit, and now her actual TV self is like, against it, and it feels like now her astral, her actual body is actually grabbing somebody to throw this off completely.
Like I said, she's the core of all of this, and that Wanda we're seeing is just
like I said, her power is growing so immensely that it literally crossed the multiverse. Yeah, for her to grab somebody that's pretty much her brother, but in a different multiverse, and pull them in there.
Dude, I'm seriously imagining now a scene in Doctor Strange where they just make a nod to WandaVision, where he winds up on like an episode of like, I don't know, Three's Company or some shit.
You don't know. Maybe he makes a surprise appearance by the end of this. Where it's like,
sorry, I remember that old 90s film, Stay Tuned. Where he winds back up, Almer winds back up on the set of Three's Company, and he just yells at the screen. Sorry.
And you know what's funny too? That's another thing that I just realized, is that it feels like she's so much into character. You notice that when she comes out of the bubble, it's like her accent is in and out. She's been in character for probably so long.
She's been focused on that character for so long.
So long that when she's out, you can hear like the accent going in and out.
It's a clever way of also saying Elizabeth Olsen wasn't able to really hold that accent the entire time.
Yeah, because they did state that pretty much her accent is not going anywhere. They said it's always going to remain that way, but it was pretty interesting because of that, where you could tell, like you said, that could be the reason too. It's like she's been playing this character for so long that it's like it's weaving in and out.
I'm also trying to figure this out too, because Elizabeth Olsen also teased that we're gonna see a I guess spoilers for Mandalorian season 2. I'll leave my hand up, spoilers. So basically, similar to what we got for Luke in the season 2 finale of Mandalorian, we're getting something similar, she said, near the end of this show.
That's what I've heard too. By the end of this series, or at least at least one of these upcoming episodes or so. We don't know when. We don't know if this was it. We don't know. But like, we're gonna get that kind of level of like, holy shit moment, pretty much. Besides, I think it's this. But again, this could be just like the start of it, and then we're gonna get something even bigger later down one of these episodes. Who knows?
So other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. By the way, it's a fucking fantastic episode, by the way. If you want to comment down below, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like it's just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about Disney Plus original series, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys, what your guys' thoughts, theories going into this, your initial reaction when you freaking flipped out when you saw this version of Pietro. You know, from the actual X-Men universe and things like that. What was your initial reaction? Was it like a holy shit moment? I mean, let us know in the comments down below. Put down what, like I said, put down what your guys' thoughts and theories after this episode. Does anything change in your theories or in, you know, what you think is going on?
Oh, sorry. I have another theory. So, of course, she's trying to keep the reality together, right? And she knows, talking about death, she wants to bring back Pietro. But we already know, as she told her kids, she can't bring back somebody who's dead. Okay, maybe except for Vision, because you know, Roboto and all that.
And when she's like,
but when she was desperate to change the situation, she knew she needed Pietro because she knew that Wanda would have stopped the argument because it was Pietro, somebody who's dead, somebody who she told her kids she can't bring back anybody for dead. So what did she do? She got desperate, unknowingly snatched somebody from an alternate reality, snatched Pietro from alternate reality, and pulled him into this one. And that's why we're getting Evan Peters.
And that's why I liked about Darcy's like, that's not Pietro, you know, okay, like the way she looked at him. But anyways,
go on.
Again, do you agree with these theories that we're bringing up, or do you have other theories and thoughts? You know, whether it's with Hayward, Agnes, you know, or just everything that's going on. You know, does this change your theory, or does it still keep your theory strong of what's going on, what's happening, things like that? I mean, let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall, but most importantly, we thank you for watching.
And of course, on the next episode of SRB TV, dealing with WandaVision, we will be tackling season 1, episode 6, 90s sitcom, I guess. So until next time, folks, I am Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very sparky-filled episode of SRB TV.
See you
later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions
or any one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of our playlists down below.
If you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter
and Stardust
at Super React Bros.